Hello everyone, this is Javamonk, and welcome to episode 50 of my survival series. 50! Oh my golly, half 100, and at the time of me releasing this video, it's going to be 1 full year since the first episode that I published of this series. Absolutely amazing. So we're here at a brand new mansion, which we conquered last episode, and let me just hop inside here. It's not going to take too long to figure out what I did here, because there's a Vindicator in there, there's a couple Evokers upstairs, and I want to move them home. So on the screen, I'm going to list out a few options that I had so that you can kind of get an idea on my train of thought. I tried to order these ideas in in order of which I would actually do it. Now, I don't really fancy transporting all those illagers through the nether, and Ice Highway builders would work, but it's not going to be much fun. Number 6 is just too sensible. I think we're going to have to search the bottom of the list. Let's see, that idea is stupid. That's going to take a while. That's really unpredictable. That's just cheating. Man, all these plans just suck. Oh, the bottom of the list. The perfect plan. Let's move a mansion. Before you comment on how stupid of an idea this is, I just want to let you know, you spoke way, way too late. I already have all the materials here. Got all the sticky pistons, all the observers, and a whole bunch, 7 shulker boxes full of pistons, even more shulker boxes of that full of observers, 3 shulker boxes just for stone, which wasn't too difficult, but 2 shulker boxes full of slime blocks, plus all this. Absolutely outrageous amount of resources for this one project, and that one project being to move a mansion back to spawn using slime block flying machines. How outrageous is that? So, and here is all the trapdoors that I'm going to use to make sure that the mansion structure doesn't collapse. So let me just show you the idea. Here's a small scale version of what I'm planning to do. So this is just the mansion entrance that I gathered from a structure block. So as you can see, this is kind of a cross section of what I'm going to build. Pistons can only push 12 blocks, and if they push towards air, then it wouldn't do anything. So if I did not put these trapdoors in here, then the mansion would essentially collapse in on itself and implode, which is not what I want to do. I want to preserve the structure as much as possible as I'm moving this. I can't 100% preserve the structure because pistons can only push 12 blocks, so I'm kind of forced to put in these walls of pistons and observers. So the function of this is that these trapdoors move, so they basically get a new position, like right here. And when they're all moved by the pistons back here, then so do these trapdoors, which activates these observers. These pistons are going to be over here, and so just one piston as an example, at which point the observers activate and push the rest of the structure until it gets all the way to the front, at which point there's no more pistons to push because it's unnecessary. Got all that? Okay. I think you'll get it all once I begin on this project. So first off, I have a whole bunch of wooden trapdoors to put into the inside of the mansion. Got to cover up every single hole in it because otherwise it'll implode. So the way this is actually going to be moved is this gigantic wall of pistons, this gigantic wall of observers, and then I staggered some blocks on top of this, mainly to protect the observers, so that I can then put in this thing right here. This here is Ilmango's design of a 2-way flying piston wall. I don't need the 2-way version of it, so I just swapped out every sticky piston with regular pistons. Although I actually rebuilt it myself. So there's going to be a link in the description for this design for the 2-way piston wall. And I made a couple modifications, mainly in the way that it's actually powered and moved. So the staggered piston setup is the same as the video. This This setup here, same. This setup, the same. This setup, the same. But beyond that was the main engine that powered the entire piston wall, and it was multiple engines like this, except they were all designed to bounce back and go the other way once it was complete. The piston wall hit a spot where it couldn't move anymore. I don't need that. So instead, I just put in some regular engines like this. I don't really know any other way to do it. So yeah, I just have a whole bunch of these different engines. Yes, they're two-way engines, but doesn't matter. And then all of these are all set to activate all of these engines all at once. So let me now do my quintuple check that I am in fact using a backup to activate this thing. And indeed I am. So let's go. Get ready for lots and lots of lag. So here's the piston wall. And now, as soon as it touches the actual mansion structure, it's going to lag like crazy, and things are going to go invisible. But as you can see, this thing can move. And it moves quite quickly, too. So, with this in mind, I'm also going to real quick cover what will happen if it actually runs into if there are any chests on the interior of this mansion, it's going to collapse. If there's any sort of block that the pistons can't move, it's going to collapse. If there is a block that is destroyed once its support block is removed, or if it's pushed by pistons, then it's going to collapse. Because then there's going to be an air block, and that causes the mansion to implode. If I somehow manage to raise it to the sky build limit, and then it accidentally crashes into a mountain, like this, then, oh boy, things go nuts. Even if it's just one block like this. So I'm just going to try to recreate the fact that you create a cataclysmic crash caused by a mountain. And this is kind of what would happen. So yeah, this would be... Now imagine this on the scale of a giant mansion like the one we have in the Survival series. We're going to have to protect this thing from mountains. But yeah, this thing completely folded up inside itself. And good luck trying to get it back to anything recognizable. You pretty much have to rebuild the entire mansion. So yeah, let's try to avoid that as we're building this. So first off, I gotta remove every single block that cannot be pushed by pistons, or that break when pistons push their support block or push themselves. So things like carpets, chests, pumpkins, things like that could cause serious trouble, as well as all liquids. And then once I do that, I have to fill in the entire place with trapdoors, because that's the best option I could find. After all, I can dive down with my elytra once I have trapdoors. It's better than fences or fence gates, because I can actually traverse the area while I'm placing these down. And then, last but not least, we can then build up this piston wall, build up the piston contraption, and set it off. Oh boy. I think this is going to be a fun project. Let's get started. So I just now gathered almost all of the materials needed to do this. I'm not even sure that's going to be enough trapdoors to even do the first slice of this mansion. So, I think it is now time to begin. And I think in order to do that, yeah, I'm running quite low on rockets, because even going back and forth to the Nether is quite a journey. So all I really got to do is figure out how to do it. Whoa. Future Javamonk? Is that you? Yes, it is. It's so good to see you again. Well, I must say, you changed. You have a really awesome skin. This is actually a gift for you. You've been doing the survival series for one entire year, right? That's correct. What are you doing in this special? Well, this mansion... Oh boy. This mansion is over 40,000 blocks away from spawn, and I don't really fancy moving the Vindicators and Evokers around around through the Nether. So, I'm going to move this mansion. Wait a minute, you should know this already.
I do, but I don't want to intercept your train of thought with knowledge of the future.
Fine, I already told the viewers that I want to move this mansion. There's just one teeny-weeny problem.
And that is?
This mansion is way too low to the ground. Can you maybe use some future technology to raise it up?
Oh boy, I have a solution, but it's probably not going to be very pretty. The technology for large-scale mountain removal is still in snapshots in my time.
Oh, I don't need you to do that. I just need you to move this mansion up to the sky build limit. Up there.
Moving it several thousand blocks upwards is no easy task, especially for a structure this large.
I guess it might be good news for you that my sky build limit is only at y equals 255.
Oh, well that makes it much easier. That was a mess.
Yeah, tell me about it.
No, seriously, it ripped some terrain apart.
I can see that from down below here. Wow. Did half the terrain go up with the mansion?
Yes, it did, along with one block of foundation below the floor of the mansion.
Okay then. You've also left the porch behind.
Yeah, it was kind of difficult to bring it up.
You know what? That's fine. This thing looks like the house from Up.
Except but instead of using balloons as propulsion, you'll be using slime block flying machines.
I wonder what it looks like from all the way up there. Hold on. Let me just get up there. Oh wow. This did kind of make a mess. But I'm happy about this. So, how much leeway do I have here?
6 blocks.
Until the sky build limit?
Uh-huh. Until your sky build limit.
Phew, that's good. That way I can build the piston wall, and even if I climb up 6 blocks on top of that roof there, I can still eat and stuff. Alrighty. So before we get on with the time lapse, I wanted to ask you about the shulker box from episode 42. You said that they would be returned in update 1.14, back when that was still called the update aquatic. Did you know about the merging news?
I did. I had to do some prior research into your time before I said what I did. Those shulker boxes will be returned upon the update aquatic arriving, which is 1.13. Until then, they are safe and sound in the same world in the far future.
Phew, thank goodness. Now I'm going to make this mansion movable. But, hold on. At the time of this being released, of this video being released, will the update aquatic be available?
I cannot say. It might be, it might not be. I can't say. I'm not allowed to. The time police have been really strict.
Oh boy, those time police again, eh?
Uh-huh. They've been a real nuisance.
Okay, tell you what. I'm gonna record the time lapse of me slicing this mansion up into pieces, and you record that time lapse, okay?
I'm gonna need the camera first.
Okay. That was bizarre. So, looks like the time police came and just snatched my future self right out of the air and I guess arrested him. He managed to get pass the camera back to me, but that was weird. So, looks like I'm gonna have to abort the time lapse, which I'm cool with. That time lapse is about 20 hours worth of work to build this machine here, which is going to push this wall over here, which is going to push this monstrosity of mansion and trapdoors. More trapdoors than actual mansion. And of course there's all these chickens from I don't know where. But okay. Now, so while future Javamonk is away, I think I'm just gonna build up the engine here for this monstrosity of a piston wall here. So let's see. Let's just get started just like so. Okay. So this flying piston wall here, I had to modify the original plan. The original plan was to build Ilmango's two-way piston wall, but then as I was making the time lapse, his one-way piston wall video came out, and I just switched to that. So took a bit more resource gathering, but it wasn't too big of a deal. So it is right now night, but thankfully I'm on this dirt platform that is all lit up, which future Javamonk actually put up. It's got some sort of inflatable platform technology, which is pretty cool. So right now we have all these different slices of things that push these bits of the wall forward. So now we've got to connect all these vertically, so that way we can have just one engine push all of them. So from the test world, I just pulled up a screenshot from the test world, and this is how I'm going to build it. So I'm just going to build this whole thing on camera. No reason why not to. I can't exactly do a third-person perspective at the moment. And there we go. So this is also going to have to be multi-layered, like this. Whoops. Uh-oh. Okay. So this is also going to have to have multiple layers to push all these pistons, because, well, there's a maximum for a number of blocks that can be pushed by one piston, and that limit is 12 blocks. So let me just reach up here. And while that 12 block limit is quite limiting, it makes for some interesting slimestone machines. So this is basically my extent of slimestone right here. I'm sure there's a much better way to have all these pistons be pushed, but this is the extent of my knowledge. Okay, here we go. And then this can extend down as far as possible, which is there. Okay, now to push these, it's basically the same mechanic as I have over here, except vertically. So right here, you just gotta have some dirt in a piston, just like so. Ta-da. And, whoop. And then basically do the same thing for everything else over here. So it looks like, according to this screenshot, the piston for this part is here. Okay. And hop. There we go. That's really the most difficult part about building this, is having to deal with the ladder beams. Okay. And then this part over here, it can go right on top. That way all of these can meet in the middle, so the actual engine is going to be somewhere in the middle of here, where I threw that egg. Ah, okay. So let me just build the rest of this, and can get back to you. Okay, so this one piston is now in control of this entire flying wall. Well, flying piston wall that also is going to push the mansion. Okay, so let me just break this ladder here. And so now I'm going to make a backup of this world and test it. Test and make sure that I didn't build anything wrong. Or at least, well, maybe not necessarily build it wrong, but at least make sure it actually works. So now what we need to do is build an engine that will actually push this thing forward. But first, let's just make a backup of the world and test it. Okay, we're in the backup of the world, so I'm gonna pillar up and push it. Oh boy. Okay, lots of lag later, but the real question is, did it work? Let's see. Just gotta dig down to here. There we go. Now, did the entire wall get pushed forward? It, oh, missed a spot here. Why is that? How bizarre. Hmm. Looks like we got a bit of a problem here. Well, there's the problem. These pistons weren't being powered at all. So all I gotta do is just plop in a couple observers here. And then the problem will be fixed. Sweet. It's so nice when the problem is easy to fix like that. Especially with slimestone, since I don't understand it too well. Okay, everything else looks good. Let's go back down and push it a couple more times. And make for absolute sure that this thing will still work. Okay. Here we go. Let's just pillar up over here now. Okay. Just line up with this redstone block here. With this one here. There we go. And now let's just pillar up. And this would also be a good time to build the engine, except I'm currently on the backup of the world, so it's not going to do much good to build it here. Here we go. Boom. And did the wall get pushed forward again? Let's take a look. And I did it a second time because things tend to get stuck after you do it the first time. And all is well. Okay, sweet. Everything was built correctly. Absolutely amazing. Okay, let's get back to the actual world and build up the engine. This is another one of those cases where I ended up going by a different plan than what I previously expected. So, and one of those is this engine here. The original idea was to make a very slow engine. Now I could use a standard speed engine, and that would basically mean, so using words that I don't know, and therefore I'm going to end up explaining this poorly, but essentially it's going to be traveling fairly quickly, but it's not, so it's going to be so standard speed would be just having 2 observers and 2 pistons activating a slime block flying machine. That's standard speed, I think. And then you have super speed, which is essentially that's just a whole different ball game that I don't even come close to understanding. So my initial idea was to use the first time I tried to use a standard speed engine, it basically lagged the game so much that it crashed. So that was in the test world, and in that test world I had about the same amount of slices in the mansion as I did here. Although I did move the entire patio with the mansion because I was using MCEdit for that, not Future Technology. So the So the initial idea was to use a slowed down flying machine. And since then, I've kind of abandoned that idea and decided to go with something that was a little bit slower than standard speed, but not ridiculously slow. Because ridiculously slow would just add to the lag that this would already create. And in fact, this will probably create so much lag that I'm not going to be able to time-lapse it, which is fine. I already did a 20 hours worth of time-lapse. So here we go. Let's just build out this platform a little, and I can show you what I designed. So yeah, so this here, the slime blocks, redstone blocks, and pistons to push the wall, that was designed by me. The stuff with the observers that's right next to the flying wall, that was designed by Ilmango. This flying machine engine was also designed by me, and it's probably gonna be very clear because I quite honestly don't know what I'm doing. So let's see. Could just go out to here, and then let's place a piston there. I learned a lot about flying machines thanks to this project. So let's just do something like this. And then from here, we're gonna do the bit that would increase the time it takes for this flying machine to move. So here we go. I need sticky pistons. Let me just fly over to the roof of the mansion. Whee! Thud. So, in case you're wondering, I absolutely cannot wait for tridents. They just sound absolutely amazing, and flying over this piston wall would be so much easier if it was rainy and I had the Riptide enchantment. I could just throw that trident right off and fly right over to the wall, and fly right over the piston wall. No more fireworks, at least in the rain. Okay. Let's just collect up all this dirt. Not like that's a commodity. Not like that's a rare commodity, but it's still quite useful. Okay. Let's just finish placing up all these ladders. Okay. So let's see. Here is how I build this this particular flying machine. So I'm not going to make it ridiculously slow. And the original idea made this absolutely mind-numbingly slow. But this here is just fast enough where it would be able to keep up. Well, it's not going to be able to keep up. Only the ridiculously slow version will be able to accurately keep up with all the moving of the mansion. But by doing this, it's not going to be excruciating. Okay, I don't have obsidian, and I gotta break that block. Okay, let's do a amateur. There we go. So pistons cannot push piston arms, and I'm going to take advantage of that to make makeshift obsidian. Okay. So let's just get one of these like so, I suppose. No. Okay. There we go. No. There we go. Okay, that's more like it. Whoops. Okay. Doing on camera, kind of making a makeshift flying machine. Okay. This thing is ready to go. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. That's good. Okay. Once again, I'm going to make a backup of the world and test it. Alternatively, I could just break this. Uh-oh. Okay, then. That's for some reason I did not anticipate that to be a problem. Okay, let's just break down one of these stone here. There we go. Okay, let me just grab some obsidian. Yeah, and just head over to the roof of the mansion and grab some obsidian so that I can stop the flying machine after it moves just one block. Because I don't want it to start moving this mansion just yet. I want future Javamonk to return before we do that. Yeah, 64 obsidian. The reason I gathered so much obsidian was because the previous idea was to have multiple flying machines activated at once, so that in episode 51 I would have to come back here and essentially remove the launching mechanism. I'm happy Ilmango's one-way flying piston wall video came out before I had to do that, because this is much easier. Okay. I don't want it to move this wall, so let's just place this obsidian here. There we go. Okay, so now I can just activate this once. Although, why do I need obsidian there? Oops. Okay. So the main problem with having backups of the world is that I tend to make corrections in the I make corrections in the backup, but forget to do them in the actual world. As you can see over there, I did not fix the observer problem. Okay, it's primed and it will only move one block. And actually, I can let it move 2 blocks. Here we go. Now, it should move 2 blocks all on its own, and then it should stop. Okay, here we go, and update. Sweet. Okay, it all works. Okay, so let's see. Now we gotta still create the 2 blocks of empty spacing so that nothing merges weird. So I hope this will actually work. Here we go. Whoa, lag. And that's just the piston wall moving. Can you imagine the lag of the actual mansion moving? Okay. There we go. There we go. And done. Whoa. Okay. Let's make sure nothing broke. Okay, the entire piston wall is still intact. And it's now able to move this mansion. Oh boy. So now I'm just gonna wait for future Javamonk to return, and we can discuss plans on what to do about this inflatable platform here. Okay, so currently I'm packing up all the shulker boxes from the top of the mansion. Uh-oh. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Okay. That was really unexpected. Wow. Okay. Don't know why I didn't expect that, but I totally did not expect that. Holy smokes. Okay. Let's just get out of here. So, this is the path to the back home. Just gotta follow these gold blocks, and this nether portal is 5,000 or so blocks away. This is why I'm not too keen on moving the evokers and vindicators through the nether, because traveling 5,000 blocks is really nothing to sneeze at. Neither is moving a mansion 40,000 blocks, but moving Vindicators and especially Evokers, 5,000 blocks is not going to be very pleasant. It's also not going to be as much fun. And it'll be a lot more dangerous, but it's not going to be as much fun. So let's just head home and finish unloading everything from the mansion. Alright guys, this is the point of no return. Well, there is a way to return, but it's a very long way. I'm gonna break this ender chest, and then it's time to break down this obsidian portal. So now, the only way back home would be to go to the overworld. There will no longer be a way through the nether. So, while we're heading home through the overworld, we're also going to be bringing an entire mansion with us. Just, that is insane. This entire project is just absolutely insane. So, portal's almost broken, and hopefully future Javamonk will come back soon. So that way we can figure out a plan on how to record this time lapse. So let's see. We got a... Oh, there he is. Hey, what happened?
Yeah, I kinda got in trouble by the time police.
Well, that's not good. So what in the world happened? Just, can you tell me what happened?
Well, by moving this mansion upwards, I accidentally changed my own present, where now, by moving the mansion up, I would have broken a time travel law, which would have then caused my arrest. So, in order to fix this problem, I had to time travel to episode 51 and refuse to help you with a task.
Okay then. Well, what task would that be?
I can't tell you that.
Okay. Well, that's cool, but so yeah, this mansion now looks like a rogue airplane propeller went through it and sliced it up to pieces. So now I think we should record this mansion moving. What do you say to you being the camera up there, since you can apparently float?
I can float because, for the same reason that this mansion can float.
Okay. Well, you go up into the sky and float up there for a little bit, and just record this mansion moving. Okay?
I think we should do the ceremony first.
What ceremony?
The ceremony of your skin changing and your name changing and basically becoming officially a Minecraft YouTuber.
I had no idea there was a ceremony for that. But okay, sure. Where do we need to go?
Down below.
What's going on down there?
I made the altar of YouTubing. Come down here.
Okay then. So, one reason why this mansion was even lifted up to the sky like this was to avoid mountains. So, future Javamonk, do you have any insight on whether or not we're gonna have trouble with mountains?
We will not. I just used my hyperspace binoculars. I can see a guardian farm from here. And it looks like we're not going to have any trouble whatsoever.
Good. So, how does this ceremony work? Do I just stand on top of this and you read from that book?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. Anything else I need to do?
Yeah. You need to decrease your hunger real quick.
Why?
Because you have to eat something. I feel rather embarrassed to tell you.
Okay, fine. Let's work up the hunger then.
Okay. This is what you have to eat.
What is that?
Look down, and let me pass it to you.
I have to look down for the ceremony?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking down. Pass it over. What? I'm not gonna eat that. It's gonna set a bad example for my viewers.
Sorry, but you kinda have to. You have to do whatever stupid trend is trending at the time. And according to my research, that stupid trend is to eat these things.
Oh, brother.
You don't have to do it in real life.
Phew, thank goodness for that. Okay. Do I really have to do this?
Yes, you don't really have a choice. And if this was 2016, I would dump ice water on your head. If this was 2015, I'd have you puff out your lips with a shot glass.
Ouch. I somehow missed that trend.
You weren't a YouTuber at the time, so of course you did.
I suppose if it was 2007, I'd have to eat a spoonful of cinnamon.
Uh-huh. Thankfully, well, you don't have to do any of that in real life.
Oh, brother. Well, what's your trend?
My trend is to drink a gallon of bleach while hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, brother. Fine. Let's do this then.
Okie dokie.
Oh my goodness. This is horrifyingly realistic of what would actually happen.
I don't want to screw this up, so I'm just gonna read from this book here. Okay. To commemorate this 1-year special, I hereby declare you to be named Javamonk YT.
That didn't work very well, did it?
Nope, not at all.
Do I have to eat another one of those?
You don't.
Okay. Good. Okay. Keep striking the lightning. I suppose you have extra stuff to say?
I do.
Okay. Get on with it.
Alright then. As I was about to do, I hereby declare you to be named Javamonk YT. To commemorate this 1-year special, I give you the skin that I am currently wearing. Is that better?
Yes, much better.
Don't eat yet. Okay. There you go. That wasn't so bad, was it? Now, we wait for the actual thing to happen.
Wow. So that's the ceremony?
Yes, it was.
I'm still thinking that Tide Pod thing was just so that you can laugh at me.
Amazing how the stupidest things can become trends.
Okay. Holy smokes. Okay. Wow, this skin looks awesome. This is absolutely sweet. And also, my name is now Javamonk YT. This is absolutely outstanding. Did you make this skin?
No, it was a gift from a friend who goes by the name Lampshade Mods. So, are you now ready to move this mansion?
Yes!
Let me deflate the inflatable dirt platform first.
Okay, I was wondering what you were going to do with that, because I also saw you expand it during the time lapse. And so the entire thing will just deflate?
Yeah, basically. And so will all the chickens.
Oh, the chickens.
I'm surprised it hasn't deflated already. The amount of chickens you have there and the amount of eggs, I'm really quite surprised it hasn't deflated yet.
Yeah. Oh well. So, okay. After that is done, are you gonna film this mansion moving?
Absolutely yes. I'll even start it for you.
Cool. Okay, I've had it with this lag machine. How how close are we to spawn?
We are almost there.
Speaking of which, how in the world am I going to stop this? I don't have any obsidian on me.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to put up a giant inflatable obsidian wall.
Okay. Well, according to my coordinates, we're almost there, so I think you should put up that whatever wall you got there. Yeah, all I have right now is flint and steel, which of course you gave me. Well, I'm gonna cut and wait for this mansion to collapse. Are you filming this? Uh-oh. Okay. Are you filming this?
No, I passed the camera to you.
Great. Just what I needed. You realize I'm stuck in the boat with the engine that's been going for the last month, right?
Yes, I'm very aware of that. I've been stuck at the end of a very long piston extension arm for a very long time too.
Okay. Let's get this over with.
Sounds good. Brace for impact.
That, I think those are the sweetest words I've heard in a very long time. This mansion has been moving for a very long time, been stuck in this boat for the last month. Okay, so when it hits the inflatable obsidian wall, is it going to, like, I don't know, pop the wall or something?
It will. And there's another thing that I forgot to warn you about, the whole thing that makes this mansion float in air.
And what is that?
When it hits this obsidian wall, it's gonna start falling.
Falling.
Yup,
Kind of like I keep glitching out of this boat.
a little, except it's gonna crash down onto the forest that's below us.
Okay. Um, I'm not sure that's going to be too big of a deal. So, okay. Has it crashed yet?
Very soon.
So, once this mansion crashes into the obsidian wall, which it looks like it's about to do, then what needs to happen?
Prepare for the entire mansion to start falling.
Oh joy.
Okay, we're almost there. As soon as the engine stops moving, we're gonna have to brace for impact.
I hope the Vindicators and Evokers will be safe.
Oh, they will. Don't worry about that.
I am worried about that. It took me an entire episode to capture those things.
Okay, well, we're almost there.
What happened to the engine? Seriously. The engine's over here, you have a boat over here, and what happened? You didn't tell me this would happen when the mansion crashed down to the ground.
Indeed, I didn't. Unfortunately, anything that's flimsy like an engine or the poles that I was using to carry myself, those things will collapse.
That sucks. Uh, man, this forest is practically destroyed by this mansion just crashing down on top of it. Okay, well, I think I think that's it for the moving of the mansion. So, yeah. Any I'm not entirely sure what else we could possibly do here. I mean, we have a mansion now on the ground.
Maybe I could film you tearing this mansion down.
I'm probably gonna do that next episode. So, yeah. Instead, how about you help me set up a fireworks display to celebrate the 1 year special?
Actually, I've overstayed my visit to the past. I must go now.
Okay, well, see ya.
Bye. Have fun next episode. I will return next episode to help you tear down the mansion.
But you're refusing the task, right?
I still am doing that.
Oh boy. Okay then. Well then, let's. I'm gonna check out on what happened underneath here. So it looks like the mansion is teetering, teetering rather bizarrely on the edge of the mountain there. Up and there goes future Javamonk. Okay, well, good to see him there. Man, this place is a mess now. The sun is setting and the fireworks show is ready. So I arranged a whole bunch of dispensers, all full of the weapon rockets, in a shape that spells out 50. So, and now we can conclude this episode 50 special with a super awesome fireworks show. I probably made that dispenser way too fast. Hang on. Oh boy. Let's turn this off. Whoa, that's an interesting effect. Uh-oh. Turn it off. There we go. Okay, let's try something slower than that. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go with a fireworks show for to end episode 50. Okay, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this 1 year special. I'm planning to have another year of survival fun. And so, to finish this episode, we are going to do something that normally I would do for the end of live streams, but this is a special. So now we shall go out with a bang. Come on. We shall now go out with a bang. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next Saturday for episode 51.